Alright, so I just woke up and it appears that Netmarble has released another tweet teasing who the next LR unit is going to be, and it has been all but confirmed that it is going to be LR Green Escanor. And honestly, I am super excited for that for two reasons. Not only one, that it is a Escanor unit. I just love Escanor as a character, and of course, getting to play with like different Escanor units is just amazing, you know. And the second reason is because it is an SSR unit. Now that paves the way for other SSR units to also get LR rarities, so yeah, I'm all for that as well. But let's just get into the details. So they first tweeted out this contest where people can guess who the next LR unit is, and they're gonna get like 200 awakening potions, but it is what it is. But in the teaser image that we're about to see here, they actually show perhaps who it could be. It does sort of look like a light element, but it's probably not. It's probably has something to do with light or something to do with the sun. And of course, most people were guessing that it's going to be either like Elizabeth or Escanor, right? So there are a few details that we can gauge from this image itself. And one of them is, of course, like the border around here, which I don't think really tells us anything. I can't exactly pinpoint where this is from. It might just be, you know, decorative that they made for this image specifically. But if anyone knows, that would be amazing. The second details that we can, of course, gauge is from the image here itself, that we can see that there is some kind of rocky surface here. In the background of this image, there is a rocky either cliff face or like a cave wall or something, and then there's this what appears to be perhaps a tree of some kind, and if it is in a cave, it appears to be a stalactite. I'm pretty sure I've seen this before, this very image. I cannot pinpoint exactly where. I've tried to look it up, I have no idea. There are a couple of details like whatever this is on the tree slash stalactite, and I just couldn't pinpoint where this image is from. Like I thought it might be a background image from one of the story chapters or something. I looked through all of them, I couldn't find it, so if anyone knows, that would be amazing anyway. But then today they just teased this, the second teaser here, and people already pretty much know who it is going to be just from this image, because it was the same image that was released, you know, for the loading screen when they released Green Escanor. So you have this rock face here or whatever, which is the same sort of rock face as this one here. You got these giant rocks right here, which are pretty much these ones right here. If you have a look at this one right here, it is the same exact one as this one. And of course you got the sun in the sky, which, yeah, you do have that here as well. So it is going to be Green Escanor or perhaps even Red Escanor, but I'm hoping that it is going to be an SSR unit. And this image right here is amazing. It just is a Twigo. Yeah. That's awesome, man. But yeah, people were of course guessing who it's going to be, but then of course someone sort of pointed it out that it is this image here, and everyone sort of latched on, and I think it is going to be an Escanor. Now the implications of it actually being an SSR unit is sort of something that has me really excited, because not only are the festival units going to get LRs like a Festival Lost Twin Meliodas, but now also regular SSR units are going to get LRs. Now I don't know if this Escanor is going to be on par with this Meliodas. I really hope not. What I personally hope for is that all units at one point are going to get LR upgrades, perhaps even like the SSR ones, regular SSR ones, and the R and SR ones are going to be a lot cheaper to get to LR, so you don't need to spend like, say, 100 of these. You can spend 80, 60, 50, you know, something like that. And then you can sort of pick and choose, and that they will roll out more and more LR units in the future, more frequently, maybe 2 or 3 at a time or something. I feel like that could be doable. But what my real hope for this LR system is that, sure, the old festival units pretty much get a makeover, and it makes them like brand new festival units, like brand new, really strong, even stronger than festival units. Like this Meliodas is just so amazing, and he's honestly on par or better than the recent festivals, so we already have that as a precedent. Now though, with LR Escanor, which is going to be the green one, I really hope that they make him into sort of a festival unit strength. Like, it doesn't have to be the strongest festival, he doesn't even have to be stronger than the one ultimate, but at least bring him up there, make him usable, because right now he isn't usable at all. Like, I don't even have him leveled up. There's no real uses for this Escanor. What are you gonna use him on? Like, you can use him on the current Croc Shell event. That's where you can use him, and that's about it. But if they give him like a festival strength makeover, that could be amazing. And like, what my real hope for this system is that, yeah, of course they're gonna like rework even the other older units like the R and SR units, and they're gonna bring these R and SR units up to like SSR level, like regular, you know, SSR unit level, not something like tier, of course, because tier just straight up came out of the gates being a festival unit on his own, but you know, just something that's not too broken that is going to be usable, because you're never gonna use any of these older units, right? You're never gonna use Leone, right? Ever. But if they give his taunt something else, like if they, you know, make his shatter card also do a debuff or something else, and you know, they rework his passive to increase attack related stats by 30% of HP attribute allies or something, I don't know. Just some kind of rework is needed for these older units as well, and that is sort of what I hope for the LR system. But yeah, let's talk about Escanor specifically. So I don't really know what they can do to actually rework him. Like if we have a look at what they did with Meliodas, like they took this man and they took his cards from like being a card that does nothing to only at level 2 and 3 ranking up your old gauge orbs, to actually making it a sever card so that he can always crit and it hits really hard. And this card as well, which was just a charge card which ignores defense, to actually being an infect card on level 1, 2 and 3. That's good. That's really good rework. His passive also got a rework that instead of just anytime he is attacked, he just ranks up skills. He also, anytime he does that, he gains like crit defense up to 90%. And has his attack related stats increased by 10% for 3 turns, stacking up to 5 times. Like that's a really good addition. That's what makes him really broken and takes him from that regular old ass 3-year-old festival unit to the next level of being a brand new 2023 festival, right? That is what that did. And he also got a relic, so the relic of course helps him out a ton. Now Escanor unfortunately already has a relic. It isn't the greatest relic, it just increases his attack by a value equal to 50% of his defense at the start of battle. Now with the new LR system, they are of course like reworking old stats as well. They did that with Meliodas, like increased his crit defense and stuff like that, so he doesn't take as much crit damage. Now they could rework Escanor to just increase his defense as well, so it works with his relic, but they could also like rework the relic itself, or perhaps even give him another relic. Like why not have the option to like choose between 2 different relics? Like you can register one or the other, like that could potentially work. I'm pretty sure they're not gonna like rework everything to be, you know, based around damage dealt based on defense rather than attack like they do with Naofumi. Escanor is a green unit and he also has a red unit. The Naofumi team really needs blue unit if you want to run with Rough Talia, so that's probably not what they're gonna do, but they can most definitely like do something with this, for example, where when he gets 5 old gauge orbs, he removes buffs and debuffs from self and becomes immune to such effects. They could just make it like he becomes immune to debuffs, he can keep getting buffs, and also, yeah, whenever he reaches 5 old gauge orbs, he's gonna have his attack related stats increased by 20-25%, something like that. They can make this card like Lost Meliodas, where it like ranks up on silver gold, or they could make it like Camilla's. I think Camilla has the new one. Hold on, it's 1L, right? There we go. Is it this one, or is it just their passive? Whenever she attacks, he gains an alt gauge orb when using a skill to deal damage to the enemy. Like Escanor could have something like that too, where he just wants to rush his ult, so he like cleanses the debuffs and just is able to like rush his ult a lot quicker. His ult is already super strong, like it's one of the strongest, like the base damage it deals is super strong, but it has no like secondary effect. They could of course just add a secondary effect. It could be anything, you know. It could be like death type damage. That would be insane, honestly, if they did that. Imagine this damage number with like a new festival, or perhaps even an older festival, you know, attack stats and stuff like that. That would be super crazy. Or they can like make him work around ignites as well. Like, yeah, his passive makes it so that every turn the enemies gain 1 or 2 ignite stacks, just like Kyo or something. So if you don't have Kyo, you got this Escanor. Amazing. It still works. Or if you match him up with Kyo, that's gonna be like a bajillion ignite stacks turn 1, and that could work as well. It also like removes buffs, so I don't know, like there's so much they could do with green Escanor specifically. Red Escanor though, like he works with amplify cards, so he could work with like buffing himself. They could also make it so that he works really well with like having more HP, the more damage he's gonna deal, something like that. Like add it to the passive here. Like I think alt gauge depletion on level 1 could be good, though this is an AoE, so probably not. And again, something with this ultimate, like there is potential to make these units actually shine. But yeah, I'm really hopeful for that. I'm really looking forward to it. But they will be releasing this next week, so next Thursday on JP and the following Tuesday on Global. That is when we can expect the LR unit to drop, so yeah, do look forward to that. Let me know what you guys think. What do you think Escanor is going to do? Do you think he's going to be super broken? And do you think it might not even be Escanor? Like the image there was just a red herring and it's gonna be Goddess Liz or whatever for whatever reason. Just let me know down in the comments. But with that, I think that's gonna be it for me. Thanks for watching. Hope you have a most wonderful rest of your day, and I guess I catch you in the next one. Bye.